process of cleaning up these sandstone buttresses. I've been removing pencil lines from where the cuts have been made. This was done off a block. Been going underneath around the edges, cleaning up. Still got one pencil line to take off just up here. This one, I'm taking the pencil line off, and a little bit left in there. Well, that's wet. Not cleaned the underneath edge off yet. Got this one to do, and the plaster to come off this side. A bucket of warm soapy water, bit of fairy liquid in there, stumpy brush and a cloth. It is literally just scrub it in, wet all the sandstone. This one you can see it's wet where I've been taking this off. So pencil line just there where this has been cut, and a couple of pencil lines here, the one somewhere there. So they'll come out, warm soapy water. Not to do the underneath edge yet, and take the plaster off from up the side. Generally give it a good clean over. These areas where the pencil is, again just keep rubbing, scrubbing at it. That's nigh on gone. Cool. Again, wet brush, just scrub that. Just repeat that process until you get it clean. Again, just keep scrubbing at it. Allow it to soak and then come back to it and just keep giving it a rub over. Looking like some of this might still be paint. Bit of plaster, but generally paint. With these edges, using my scraper, I'm going to draw it down flat to the wall against the sandstone, and just with the edge just lightly come back down. This has already been soaking. A lot harder if you try doing this dry. I just want to get it to look like. These are both dry now. Ready for the next step. Started applying this, cutting in around the edge and working with a damp cloth, and literally just dab this in. This is quite rough, this, so it's going to take a few coats. But once this is dry, this piece of sandstone will look like that. Just be grease proof, water resistant, and this is also breathable, so that stone will breathe as well. So something like that, 2 or 3 coats, but don't let it dry. Just keep working over it. I'm just going to work this edge here. I won't go on to the other face yet. Just get all this coated up again. If need be, the damp cloth, just run around that bottom edge. These are only small areas I'm working. If you're any bigger, then you'd be better working from bottom to the top. And then that way, any runs coming down won't stain this before you've sealed it. So by working from bottom up, protecting the stone a bit more, because what may happen as you're working up there and the drip's coming down, these can dry before you've actually coated it up. So again, we need 2 to 3 coats on this. Again, any woodwork, just give it a wipe over, make sure there's nothing on there. For any excess that's left on after you've been coating up, don't leave any drips or anything. Just use a dry, clean cloth and just dab them off. Well, that'll be okay. We'll leave that to dry. This other one, drying back perfectly. That's okay. Remember, once these are dry, don't try coating them again, because it'll just run down. These are waterproof. 3 coats on something very porous when it's still wet. This is what I used, matte finish. So again, this is water based. Clean up, soap and water. It doesn't take long to dry and will dry with a natural finish, so non-glossy, matte. Well, this is the first one that I coated up, and you can see it's drying off now. I won't have a problem there. It'll take a good hour for that to dry back. Again, it's had 3 coats fully soaking in. Well, that's okay. This other one, drying back nicely. I'll see complete matte finish on that. So anything smooth, then I would use a cloth. If you're applying with a brush, you don't need a thick layer, it needs to absorb in, so wipe out with a rag.